seconds till you're off that floor. Come on, Big Daddy, push that thing! Gap right here, gap right here. Fuck, man. Pick it up a bit. There you go. Get down to the wire.
Welcome to Epoxy Floor Wars. The blue and orange team have the next 3 days to compete head-to-head to prove who is the best.
Each team is required to complete 5 styles of decorative concrete within their space.
No one from these teams have worked together before. So this will be a test, not just to each individual's skill, but also their communication and teamwork. Creativity is encouraged, but time is limited. Here are a few of the rules our competitors must follow. Only 2 gladiators may be on the competition floor at a time. Gladiators must switch pairs on the floor every 15 minutes. Captains may not touch the floor unless they're using a lifeline. Gladiators may ask for verbal help but cannot be handed tools. Random skill challenges can be announced at any time.
Yeah, I've been waiting to say this for at least I'd say a year. Let's get this competition rolling!
No, do not touch the floor. If you're not supposed to be on the floor, don't touch the fucking floor.
Epoxy floors are installed by first preparing the base floor, which is usually a pre-existing concrete surface. Each team must repair any cracks or holes, grind it down, and vacuum.
If you're just patching the cracks, right?
Yeah.
I would just make 4 and 4. 4 ounces A, 4 ounces B. Stir it up 10-15 seconds.
Yep.
Add some sand into it, about 10 ounces of sand. Throw it on the floor, spackle it out.
All right.
Don't gotta get all fancy with it.
All right.
All right? You got about 4 minutes to get this going until you're off.
Andrew, would you like to tell us a little bit about what you're doing here, though, in between all this? Because you got a lot of grinding going on. You did a lot of patching. So you want to talk about the design at all, or you're not going to give us any insight?
No design info at this moment, but I think with the floor, the condition that it was in, we definitely had a lot more patch than the other side for sure.
You got all these cuts from the previous, this whole pitted area right here. Mix that up, dump it. I got earplugs. My bad.
What are you saying?
You got all this pitted area, I would just dip it out, dump it out.
Got this, they don't got a fucking
Just dump it out, spatula it.
We got those little cuts over there. One of them is kind of open back up just a little bit.
Okay.
Probably just dump a little more in there just to seal it up.
Okay.
So we were talking about all the different ways that you can fill a crack. You can do everything from putting down sand first and then pouring the material over top of it. You can prime it with the material first and pour sand over top of it. there's really not a single way to do this. And I watched them do all of that combined. I saw one spot where they filled it with sand completely first and then poured it in, and most of the other ones they did pouring first, through sand, poured again, back and forth.
While the blue team repairs cracks on their floor from last year, the orange team takes a different approach.
Dump the acetone on the floor and microfiber it. Hey, don't dump it anywhere near the tape. Like, dump it out and then go near the tape with the microfiber. Hey, I want you to double check that seal. There's a big fucking gap right here. Before you do that.
He's running around grabbing gaps and anything that might have peeled up and pulled out.
Why would you even put a gap? Now we gotta fill a gap.
What's that?
We gotta fill, I don't know why we left big gaps, but. There's a gap right there. Double check all that tape. Gap right here, gap right here. Fuck, man. Fucking everything's fucking failing. Fuck. Day one was, day one was the same thing like last year. I expected them to understand something that they've never done before, and I have. And it's hard, especially when you have a clock running. You watching that clock and you know it needs to go down immediately. Hey, if you find a dry erase marker, I could use it. We need to get organized like a motherfucker.
You got a patch right here that's not ground. It's glossy and shiny. Hit that real quick, it's a low spot. I don't even like to see any of it. All this patch right here is not even fucking hit.
It's hit.
Run through it again, I don't like this.
I think day one was a little nerve-wracking. I think at the beginning, right out of the gate, maybe I was a little all over the place and everyone was kind of scrambling, so to speak.
That's too much fucking dust.
This thing, we only got that one vacuum.
Don't tell me none of you guys would have passed your fucking floors like that.
I don't use that.
I don't care if you use it or not, you wouldn't patch some shit like that.
Calm down, big one.
Oh, it's bullshit. You know it. You wouldn't patch your floor like that.
No.
It's a half-ass shit. There you go, Tyler. Keep on hitting that. Move on. One more quick vac. Wipe down the floor and we'll get taping.
We are going to take a short break to show you a demo from one of our amazing sponsors, Epoxy Resinous Cleaner.
So we are here with ERC, and they're going to show us how you were saying you can clean floors better with your cleaners, right? Is that what you were trying to tell me?
Sure, yes. ERC is specifically designed for epoxy resinous floor cleaning. We started this company about 5 years, or started experimenting with the products about 5 years ago. We're about 2 years into marketing now. We've had great success. Every customer we would come across in our installation company would say, you know, what do we clean this with? We didn't have a good answer for them. So we've developed this product, and I'm going to show you today two of our biggest questions are cleaning tire marks out and also rust. So we have a good tire mark here today. We're going to...
Yeah, I see you have a really nasty tire mark right here in the middle of the floor. Yes, so you're saying that that's going to just get rid of this no problem?
Yes, sir. This is our aerosol. Just spray it on here. You can do that. You can see.
That's amazing. It just goes, it's gone instantly.
Hold on, let me try this. Oh wow, this stuff's really neat.
Yeah. You can find it all at Epoxy Depot, and they carry our whole line in different sizes and quantities. You can see how well it does on the tire marks, and that's from a forklift.
That's really easy and amazing.
And now back to the action.
You got about 30 seconds till you're off that floor. Justin, you got 30 seconds.
Thomas, you need to hurry up, bud. Hey, use all 2 inches of that thing now.
You're doing a base coat over the whole fucking thing. It's okay, we don't need that. They're doing a different technique for patch. It's okay.
What's that?
They said they're doing a different technique for patch, but I don't think there's a lot of patch shit over there.
Hey, we're gonna need to do 2 on this. Keep rolling it out. This is basically a skim coat. You see all that outgas?
Outgassing occurs when concrete releases air, moisture, or other substances during the curing of epoxy applications.
Thing's outgassing like a bitch.
This often occurs when you have a soft concrete slab or concrete with moisture trying to evaporate with nowhere to go. This will cause bubbles in your base coat, which will need to be sanded and patched before your next coat.
We're standing here next to some of the judges. We're talking about what's going on this floor right now. And right now we've been discussing how much that they're coating this, but there's a lot of outgassing, and he keeps rolling over it over and over and over to try to pop all those bubbles and hopes to keep it as flat as possible once it starts to dry.
Hey, we got a lot of outgassing. I would say we're gonna put a swing buffer. We're kind of screwed on that. Unless you just want to lay another thick one. Let it tack up. Let it tack up and do what it's gonna do.
While Orange Team waits for their floor to dry, Blue begins the design prep.
I think we should figure out. The design a little bit. So as soon as we go out there, let's see here. All right, so if we're in, obviously it's an obtuse triangle. Okay, it's an obtuse triangle.
Okay.
So you guys have to find the right. It's not going to be a 90-degree cut.
First, we got right here, let's do our 90s, right? Let's do our 90s, all of our fucking
straight lines
first. And then we can go and we'll pick the center, our measurement, we'll measure these between where they cross, then we meet up on the other line. See that?
I feel like you found it right there. Say that again.
These lines, cross.
What's that angle?
125.
Lock it in right there. Will that screw down and hold it?
Yeah, it will.
Should be 120 degrees.
120 degrees?
120.
Nice.
So,
hey, write that down. 120 degree obtuse triangles.
You guys start back rolling that, we'll go wet on wet. Make sure it's cut in. But me and you can get set up while he's grinding. Just make sure he's set up and has everything he needs, and we'll go over there, I believe. I need fucking quiet time.
As far as Brian goes, I mean, that dude's an intense dude, man. He's great. I love him.
We need to minimalize questions. I really need to start working on this fucking design. You know what I mean? Use your guys' head, convert, help each other out. I have to draw this up, and it's been a shit show. We're fucking moving.
What could we be getting ready
there? That's not even focused with that yet.
I think he had a lot on his mind. I think everybody the first day was kind of going to him because from what I understand, the captain is the only people allowed to ask a question. So if we had a question, we had to go to him. So he not only had to think of, lay all the schematics out, figure out, a game plan to relay down, the chain of command.
Close enough. That pattern's hard. That pattern is hard. I've changed it 4 times, and I'm good with it.
I literally, if I had to draw that out, I would have laid down in the middle of the floor and just cried. I said, fuck it.
The blue team is attempting a risky freehand design on part of their floor. While this is complicated, if done correctly, it could score major points with the judges.
These are going to be wider stones here.
Wider stones right here, metallic.
So if you want to come off of this, you're saying like here? You go straight towards Josh?
This is it here.
Yes.
I'm going to do our fucking wood here.
If you draw that out first, and then instead of using a big roller, you could probably use a small roller to hit around it. Hit around your design. And then kind of swoop in kind of deep. There you go. Try to get that drawn out before you get off. There you go. I would draw some planks. Draw your jagged planks.
Yeah, close stone in here.
Plank out there. Random plank. And then we got a loose stone. This whole area should be that loose stone, like that right stone. So we can have the swap it out. Stop.
Unfortunately, Dustin couldn't get the full design done before his time on the floor expired. Now Barnes will have to try and complete it.
They're going to be 9-inch wide planks. 9-inch wide. Boom.
You got 2 planks. You got your tight cluster of stone.
So that defeats the purpose of what we were talking about every other plank.
Oh, you'd still do that once you get to the overlay. Oh, because it's not going to be straight?
Because it's not going to be straight.
Well, then just line up one of these corners.
Line up one of the corners.
Line up one just so it's straight. Hey, come back. Let's regroup here.
Yeah, it's all over the fucking place. So what am I doing? He's polishing that, so I'm base coating this right now.
Yeah. We need to finish the design. We need to just create the outline of where that's going to be.
That's what I'm doing. I'm trying to build it out so then it can start spacing out.
Exactly.
I'm not drawing every single stone. I'm doing the outline.
I'm just trying to get the outline so we get the material.
I've got to build it out to where it starts spacing out though, because it's all fucking clustered in.
Is this good for you? These planks?
I mean,
you'll make it work.
I mean, they're only.
You can make it work.
Come on, Big Daddy, push that thing! Push! Push that thing! Push that thing!
We'll make Daddy proud, dude!
Make him proud.
We'll make Daddy proud.
Make him proud.
We're going to talk a little bit about all the grinding that's going on.
Yeah, what they're actually going to do is they're going to take a flat piece of concrete and they're going to make that a nice shiny reflective mirror. And the way they achieve that is through different steps of grinding all the way through polishing. And that's what they use the diamond grinder for. the planetary grinder that's running this machine is an on-floor. It's a 3-headed machine with each plate, each head, which holds 3 diamonds. There's 9 little diamonds grinding underneath there right now, and if you notice, they're just going up and down and up and down. If they do it the right way, they're actually going to go north, south, and then east and west and crosshatch to make sure that floor is as flat as possible, because the flatter and even a floor is, the more reflective and more polished the floor is going to look.
I told you.
Now that Orange Team's floor is finally dry, they can start to lay out the design.
What we're gonna do is we're gonna find center, right? When this is going out, pop a line, we got purple chalk, that way it won't stain. Pop a line from corner to corner. Okay. That's center, boom, there's center. Okay. And then we'll line this up with any fucking line that matches that, boom. That starts our fucking pattern. We're gonna trace this out.
And just keep fucking,
yeah.
just like
and
a
then,
concrete
so
stamp.
you're gonna have to go from that to your center, that to your center, that to your center. And dude, it's,
okay.
My phrase on the show is quick like a motherfucking bunny.
Select one gladiator, and your whole team is to report to the skills challenge area.
Unfortunately for Orange, just as they are about to start their design, a skills challenge has been called. During the individual challenge, one gladiator from each team must complete a timed solo challenge.
For this challenge, Blue Team has chosen Garrett Barnes, while Orange Team has chosen Nick Laws.
For this challenge,
they must run a hand-troweled cove base around a bucket.
Go!
Quick like a bunny, Nick, quick like a bunny.
You're good, perfect. You'll clean it up with the trowel. Spray down the trowel, real good. There you go. Yes, just like that. Pick it up a bit.
Spray your code base, Nick.
Three, two, one, tools down.
My man! My man!
With the first half of day 1 done, both teams will look to build on what they have started on their floors. Orange team will need to make up for lost time, while Blue team will need to start on their star patterns. Only time will tell if either team has done enough planning to help them later on in the competition.
See how you can be a part of the next season of Epoxy Floor Wars now.
Epoxy Floor Wars 2025 starts now. In 2025, we are bringing Epoxy Floor Wars to you. Bring your crew, get your game face on, and get ready to battle other companies from all over the industry. 7 battles, 8 teams. Battles in Florida, Tennessee, Pennsylvania, and Texas, all throughout 2025. Here is how Epoxy Floor Wars Season 3 will work. Starting in January 2025, 8 teams will compete 1 versus 1 in single elimination competitions. 4 winning teams will move on to the semifinals. From there, 2 teams will get a chance at being the next Epoxy Floor Wars champion. Each competition will take place in a different state. The semifinals will take place in Florida and Tennessee. The championship battle will take place in Pennsylvania. The battles will each focus on a single, but different scope of work. Your team could be doing polish, overlay, metallic, geometrical flake, mixed media, or vertical. This ensures that your team will be ready to tackle anything if you make it to the championship. All teams at all battle stages must follow the safety rules presented by Epoxy Floor Wars. Any safety rule violations will result in a point deduction of 5 points. Please take a moment to read through the safety rules. The full Epoxy Floor Wars rules can be found on the website. Pause if you'd like to read them now. Team entry fees are as follows. The first round and semifinals are $2,500. The championship is $5,000. Teams are allowed to find sponsors or pay their own entry fee. Teams are required to have the following before applying: a team captain, 4 gladiators, 1 alternate gladiator, a team color, and a team name. The championship weekend will take place October 16th to 18th, 2025, with a grand prize of $50,000. Draft your team, bring your A game, and get ready to show the world what you got. For full rules and details on how to qualify, visit epoxyfloorwars.com